Hello students, that day you have learned about some European countries. Already you got some knowledge that some European countries who entered India and they ruled. But at last what happened? British ruled after defeating all the European countries. British ruled India till 1947. So in your 8th class history, what we will learn? We will learn about modern period of India. Okay, we'll learn about modern period. In, as you know, 7th class you have learned already. Already you have learned 7th class medieval period and 6th class ancient period. So in 8th class we will learn about modern period of India. So here you can see modern period started around what? Started around 18th century. Okay, this was the time when East India Company was gaining foothold. You remember East India Company name that day I have told you. East India Company established around 1600 in England. Okay, in England around 1600 established, and they established why? Their main their main motive to trade business for East or Southeast countries. So India in the east side, so their main motive, they know India was a rich country. India was a rich country in mineral resources. So their main motive. So the company established, and company started gaining power during the what time? During Mughal time. You can see during Mughal time, during Mughal era, it started. Mughal era was started to decline. Why Mughal era started to decline? Because of many problem among the native rulers, among the Mughal rulers. Because of many weakness, East India Company got advantage. East India Company got advantage, and they started to keep strong foothold. They started to keep their strong foothold. And in that East India Company, here you can see East India Company and the regional rulers also many conflict happened. So here company gaining foothold in Indian subcontinent, and this establishment the what? British Empire. British Empire in India. British Empire in India. Toward the later part of 19th century and 20th century, we see India become more conscious about nation. Here we will see more conscious about identity of nation, and freedom struggle also happened. We will see here. This consequently or consciousness happened among Indian people, and we got independence 1947. Okay, till here you got little introduction. Here in this chapter, what we learned that some date and events, which history discuss. History always construct what? Without date and events, history not construct. You can see date and events. Without date and events, history cannot be studied. Randomly we don't study history. We study history very systematically, very chronological order. Here you can see chronology of importance of event in Indian history. So here you can see some date 750 to 1150 AD. So you can see very systematic dates. Randomly we don't study. First you have studied rule of Palas, Rashtrakutas, Pratiharas in your class 7. So history is studied very systematically because date and events are very important. Chronological order we study history. We don't study history very randomly. So this is very important for our history, date and events. You can see this chronology of important event in Indian history. So Indian history, you can see here dates and chronological order of event help us to understand the process of development. So that's why dates very important. So we can, for understanding the process of development of the history or world or any place information. Then we'll come up about the division of time into periods. So division of time into period. Historian often attempt to divide time into periods. So here is one person named James Mill. You can see the photo left side. James Mill, he had divided Indian history in 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British period. Why he had divided this? Many historians believe that this is actually misleading. This was actually misleading for divided history into these 3 periods. He divided, why he divided this?